All right, guys, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday's open forum. We're very excited today to have Heidi Foster here. Heidi's with First American Title. She has 23 years here locally in title. She is the area business development manager. She is a wonderful person. All the rest of the stuff she told me to tell you guys, but this part I'm ad-libbing here. She's wonderful, very helpful, very nice. And she does look forward to working with you guys and helping you reach your goals. So I would like to introduce Heidi to you guys. Heidi, please take over.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I've been doing title a long time here, and I'm sure most of you have heard of First American Title. We're one of the largest title companies in the U.S. and here locally. Currently, just fun fact, we have #1 market share. And we do not have affiliated business. So our market share position is based on service and tools that we offer top agents that we work with. So we have a lot of great things outside of our core title and closing functions. That should be a given. We're going to give you a really great closing experience if you decide to use us on an upcoming listing. But really where we excel is our tools and resources. We spend more on technology than all title companies put together. And we do not compete with our agents. So none of us are allowed to have a real estate license. We're 100% focused on your growth, helping you earn more transactions, listings specifically, so then we can help you close them. So, you know, I always tell agents, you all work differently and you all have different focuses. And I know that maybe one moment you're like, I'm going to focus on for sale by owners and I want to focus on this, but we really have a tool for everything. So my goal is to meet with you and just kind of meet one-on-one with you. I always try to get very specific with tools and resources that we offer agents based on what your goals are. Maybe you speak a certain language, maybe you hypermarket a certain neighborhood. So I love to meet with agents and get very specific about putting together or plugging in resources where we can help you. I do want to share with you this morning some of our most used tools. This year, as you probably all know, it's going to be a little bit different. And some of the things that agents haven't had to do in the last few years, they're doing now. So, and everyone's looking at their business plan, like, what can I do a little bit different to add in some additional closings to your numbers? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. We're going to jump off with our, it's called Ignite RE. And Ignite RE is a platform for agents. You would each have your own login, but it's really a lot of our tools put in one resource place for you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you just to show you what that looks like. And can someone just raise their hand and tell me you can see my screen? Perfect. Okay. So this is Ignite RE. Any agent that we work with, so let's say you're involved on the buyer's side of a transaction and you're not a client of First American, you're automatically going to have this to access our transaction portal where you can securely send information. You can see the escrow deposit in there. So we have a secure system to transport information between parties. There's a lot of fraud going on, so we have built that right into our system. So I'm going to show you some of these different add-ons that when we work with agents, we can get you signed up. And I can get all of you signed up today if you see this as something that you think you might be able to utilize to help you grow. So first, I'm going to take a look at marketing. And this is our print store. So First American Title started our own print store because so many agents over the years are like, will you co-market this with me? We're a very large company. CFPB would love to find us because we have deep pockets. We're a 140-year-old company. So we decided just to start our own print store. This is a not-for-profit part of First American. And so this is a nice resource for agents that, you know, maybe you don't want to like design your own print that you want to send out. You're just listed, just sold postcards or something to your sphere. That takes time. Time is money in our business. So we have a whole print store and it's full of templates to help take that part of it away from you. So you're not having to go into Canva and design things from scratch. Because we're in the business like you, we know what the market is doing. We know like that lingo that's very real estate focused. So all of our templates are sort of designed with what's current in the market. and coming from like a real estate agent perspective, if that makes sense. So just to show you some of the things we have in here, and this, Heidi doesn't get like paid if you order any of this stuff. Our goal again is to help you earn more listings. So we have some postcards in here, flyers, door hangers, brochures, folding cards, labels, business cards, social media, and tags. I'll start out just kind of showing you some of the different postcards that we have. So you can go in here. The first time you would log in, you'd have to upload your picture, your logo, your contact information. And every single time after that, it will automatically flood that into any template that you're working on. All of our themes and filters are over here on the right. So let's just say hypothetically you wanted to send something out to your sphere for Valentine's Day. You could click on that tab. It's going to pull up the templates that align with what you're looking for. So it's very inexpensive. It runs about 30 to 40% less than most print stores. There's no minimum quantity. So if you order 5 of something or 500, price point doesn't change. And if it's something that you have mailed to you, so let's just say you have some brochures that are mailed to you for a listing that you have that you're working on, there's no shipping. So I'm just going to kind of pop in just to kind of show you what's available in here. Anything featured or timely will be at the top. Newly added products will be at the bottom. And just so you know too, there's very hyper local postcards in here. Probably my most ordered thing every year is our local school calendars. A lot of agents order, Orange County school calendars. There's Osceola, there's, Hillsborough, a lot of the main metropolitan areas in the state. We have the school calendars. So just depending on kind of what you're looking for, we've got some great things in here. A lot of agents are now doing open houses and brokers opens again. There's some great door hangers in here, and all the pricing will be located at the bottom. That is all inclusive. I do want to show you there's free social media pieces in here. Again, not having to go into Canva, not having to design from scratch. Let's say you want to send something out for Valentine's Day. We have all of that content in there, and they've actually started on St. Patrick's Day as well. So it's very easy to create, and it takes just a few minutes to, get something put together for either your social media or your print. These were recently added. These are pop-by tags. A lot of agents are doing those, making sure that you take your top past clients or your top referral partners and sending a little something for holidays. These are all in here, and actually those are per 8. So they're cheaper. A lot of agents use Etsy for this. These are actually less expensive by a quarter a piece. You can also upload any list into here. So when you're sending out a postcard, and let's say you want to send it to your sphere, you want to send it to a neighborhood, which I'll show you how I can help you generate that as well. You can upload a list in here, and it will save them for you. So you can keep your sphere list in here. You can just add to it as you meet people or past customers. You can keep all of that right in here. So you'll easily be able to send out, maybe you want to send out something quarterly to your sphere, or, sorry, this is taking just a moment. But it's just really easy to keep those lists right in here for you to access. Any questions so far? Okay, I'm going to move on. So this is the next tab I'm going to show you is our farming tab.
Heidi, you have a question. Can these be personalized?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, actually, everything is personalized to you. So you're going to be able to, like for your postcards, it's going to, of course, in the address, it'll have all your clients' information in there, but it'll be personalized to you as well. All right, so this is our, sorry, I'm just clicking out of the chat. This is our farming tool. And let's say right now you're like, well, I want to focus on a couple of different subdivisions. I'm not really sure which ones I should be focused on. or I need to put together a just sold campaign for a neighborhood that I just had a closing in. This will help you identify neighborhoods to farm, to be able to really focus and filter the information specifically what you're looking for to create lists. So let's just do an example. Let's say that you want to focus on a subdivision in Orange County, Avalon. Let's go Avalon Cove. I don't know what that is, but we'll use that. And let's say that you want to only look for properties that are certain bedrooms or baths. I had an agent call me last week and she's like, Heidi, I need to put together a list because I want to be the Tuscaloosa golf course queen. So we can actually go in and pull properties that are golf course properties. Or let's say that you want to work with identifying properties that have delinquent taxes, which, by the way, I'm going to tell you, the last 4 deals that I quoted had delinquent taxes. So what does that mean? That means that usually people who haven't paid their taxes this past year are doing it for a reason. So that might be a good, filter to be using in the pockets in the neighborhoods that you hyper focus your efforts on. Another great one is an empty nester, somebody who has lived in a property 30 or more years and it has 3 or more bedrooms. So the point is, this is a great tool for identifying those leads specific to what you're looking for. So once you get those properties filtered the way that you want them, of course, I picked a neighborhood that had one, which tells me it was probably miscoded in public records. Let me just throw another one in there. Go Avondale. Sometimes the county miscodes properties or subdivisions, and it creates extra subdivisions. And by the way, all this information pulls from public records. So I guess that was a good point that happened. It's all as up to date as public records is. So once you have a subdivision pulled, you can go in, and first thing I like to do is look at the dynamic stats. This information is going to give you average, high, and low information. So this is really good if you're like, hey, out of these 10 subdivisions, which ones are really going to be the best use of my time? All of your major subdivisions in Central Florida, there's so many agents that market those, right? They're really popular. People get information flooded to them. So maybe what are some other neighborhoods that are less known, but maybe just have a really good turnover rate? So we've always been told neighborhoods that have greater than a 7 to 9% turnover rate are the most beneficial for agents to market. So in this case, this neighborhood has a 5.48% turnover rate. So you can see all the different sales it's had, over the last 12 months. So there's been 8 sales in the last 12 months out of 146. The neighborhood has 40% non-owner occupied. And then you're going to see the average highs and lows here. So you can save this farm. It will keep it in here. And then you can actually go into our marketing tab and pull it out of here. So you don't have to download it to your computer and upload it back to the print store. You can save it right in here and then choose it in your print store. Or you can export this information into an Excel spreadsheet. It gives a nice option to remove all the duplicate mailing addresses. And then you actually can upload it into some different options. Maybe you want labels. Maybe you want a walking farm list. I don't know if any of you actually walk neighborhoods anymore, but this is I'll show you an example of this because I actually just did one for an agent. So this is something like if you're that agent that wants to print this out and put it on your clipboard and walk door to door and see, oh, this one's a rental. They lived there 13 years. They bought on this date, and actually walk around and have that content right there at your fingertips. You're able to produce that very simply through the program. So again, it's just a great way to really filter those properties you're looking for and to get very hyper focused on those neighborhoods. You also can get specific property information by going in here as well. There are phone and email lookup in here. That is for a fee. I think it's 7 cents for email and then 5 cents for the phone number. And you go in and you could put like $5 in your account and it will only charge you if it finds something. There is also paid leads in here. So I'm going to go back. Sorry, I clicked backwards when I shouldn't have. Sorry about that. So you can also look at paid ads, or excuse me, paid leads. And these are those life event leads. So I know there's other resources for that, but just so you know, this is in here as well if you maybe just want to look at price point as compared to a service that you're already using. You can, if you are hyper focused on a neighborhood, you can set up where you get like pinged when these things happen in those neighborhoods. So let's say you want to know every time there's a lis pendens filed in a certain neighborhood or just a lien or an eviction, you can get pinged if you like mark that, save that neighborhood as one that you're following, okay? Is there a member fee? No, this is a free resource. The only thing that costs you are the paid for leads and then the phone and email. And then is there any other title companies you know that offers this tool to search? I know that a couple of the major title companies out there have this. It's kind of pick and choose what features are in there. But we kind of have, from what I've been told, like the most robust on there. But the marketing tool that I showed you, that's proprietary to First American. So that's our own tool. And then I'm going to show you some other things that are our own tools. So the first one is the properties tool here. So this is a nice feature. So this is going to produce information that you could find in the property appraiser sites, the tax collector site, but everywhere in the US without having to go into those specific county resources. So you can go in here. This is my property. I don't know why I always default to this one, but you can go in here and you can identify, all the information from public records, again, without having to go into those resources. So you can go in and you can see who the owner is, legal description, beds and baths, all the information on the most recent sale and any transaction history. It's going to link you right to the deed. And I'll tell you what, this is also very helpful for the lenders because sometimes they need to get a deed from a property that they closed up north before they are able to buy here. And to be able to like identify those counties that all this information is very cumbersome. I've actually had agents that say, you know what, Heidi, I used your tool. I was on a lake in Georgia and we were looking at a property for some clients that we knew were interested in that area. So we took our pontoon boat and got really close to the property and we, searched this information. We didn't have to find like, what county are we in? How do you access that? So it can be really helpful. And then of course it's going to give tax information. There's a nice map feature here. So you can go in and take a look at the map by lot square footage. Maybe you want to look at all the owners' names in a certain area. Building square footage, maybe you do some commercial work and you want to look at building square footage. So a lot of great map tools in here. Also the, sorry, I'm having to move my chat around. It's going to have the school zone information as well. So that is the properties tool. We also have lots of classes that are going on. I know that we at least have one a month. Last month, we had a 3-hour business planning class. Some will be for CE, some not, but you can always access in your portal to go in and see which classes are being offered. I know this month coming up, we have one called Farming from Seed to Sold. And we also have one that's going to be posted later today. It's on marketing the Latinx community. So we'll always have things in here to help with your growth. And also we have a great calculator tool in here that will enable you to be able to produce the seller net sheets. I know most title companies have that. One different about ours is that it can actually translate the quotes into a lot of different languages. So if you have a client maybe that speaks Mandarin, or you have a client that speaks Spanish, you can actually translate into those different languages. So it's a really nice tool. In addition to the translation of our quotes, we have a whole multicultural resource center. So here in the US, we have tons of people that come from, oh, and I'm sorry, Ida, you can always access your portal and always see what's in there as far as classes. So this tool, our resource center, this offers information about buying and selling, title, escrow, in lots of different languages. So obviously, again, we do things different here in the US when it comes to selling property than everywhere else in the world. We want to help you to be able to explain that to your clients, again, saving you time and money. Sometimes the decision maker, let's just say, speaks Korean, and you're having a hard time going to Google Translate, trying to do all this just so they're comfortable with the process. Or maybe you're like, forget it, I'm just going to refer it to an agent that speaks that language. Well, we have this resource center, and you can convert the whole website in language. Whatever language you choose, it's going to take on that culture. And then obviously most websites are able to be converted right now, but all of our videos are translated as well. So you can go in and let's say you have a client that is a buyer and they need to know how to read a loan estimate or a closing disclosure line by line. You can send that to them in language, saving you time explaining the entire thing. These are also great for including in your emails for those different process points. And of course, there's the English version. Another way my agents use these videos are from when you're doing first-time homebuyer seminars. You can go in anytime, utilize these, and they're about 2 to 3 minutes each. So they're just really great filler information for your first-time homebuyer seminars. Good so far? Yes, Ida, I actually do also email out classes. Once I have you in my database, I go ahead and I send that out, when we have those classes. But they are available for you to register in your portal. All right, so can you all see my PowerPoint? Ryan, can you see the PowerPoint? Can you see it? It says complimentary docs. Okay. All right, so someone said they can see. Perfect. Okay, so in addition to our multicultural website, we also have documents available for you either in PDF or you can order them through us. These are all complimentary, as it says there. So let's say that you work with a ton of foreign clients and you want to have something on hand for when you meet with them. Maybe you meet with them here in the States that explain what it means to be a foreign seller selling a property here in the US. Or let's say that you are focused on for sale by owners. I literally have hundreds of educational documents that agents like yourself have helped us create to make your lives easier. So if you're ever looking for something like a moving list or a list of all of Orlando's important numbers that explain all the utility numbers and cable and water and all of that, we have all of that. Our translated documents, we have in over 24 different languages. So if you're looking to help explain FERPTA or title or escrow in Russian, Haitian Creole, French, whatever, we have it in 24 different languages. As I mentioned, that we have a class coming up on the Latinx community, which is the top growing culture or demographic here in especially Central Florida. We have lots of different resources available for agents and educational videos. Again, if that's like a community that you're focused on, maybe you speak Spanish yourself, I encourage you to join our class. When I send out an email, just sign up for it. Love to have you. Our new listing care kits. So we have found as a title company, you know, when buyers and sellers go under contract, there's like a gazillion red lights going off. It's like, oh my gosh, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you're the title company. Wait, who are you? And now all of a sudden you're going to be holding all this money for me, or you're involved in this process. We have their complimentary new listing care kits. And when you have a new listing, you can, you know, send me a text or an email and say, Heidi, I have a new listing. I'll get to that. I promise I'll send that information out, the Latinx community. We can provide these. I overnight them to you or to your seller directly. And it's just a nice folder of information that has an introduction to us, like, hey, you know, we're First American. I'm Heidi. We're going to be handling your closing. Look forward to working with you. It has things like a lockbox door protector, moving box labels. So they'll have like little labels they can put on the side of their boxes per room. Educational pieces about the process, moving guides. So how to move with pets, how to move with young kids. What are the steps you need to take to change your address? Different closing options, information on portability, et cetera, et cetera. So we have those available for anyone that has a new listing. I do, so this is specific to Heidi. I have a class that I do periodically, and it's something I can do one-on-one with agents. So it's on your sphere circle. So, you know, who are you organically as a person outside of real estate, and how can we like marry those two lives together is essentially what we do. It's sort of a one-on-one thing, and it's something that I've specialized in for years with agents that I've worked with, just to kind of like brainstorm ideas. How can I, you know, no one wants to be too salesy in their sphere circles, like with friends and families and organizations and sports and different things, or churches. So one of my specialties is I can meet with you and just come up with some ideas on how to like soft sell those groups and how to bring value through your business. Open houses and brokers opens, as I mentioned, they're back, right? We have lots of ways that we can help support you saving time and money. Firstly, we have the open house feedback forms available for you. Those are like, you know, the things people fill out, like, what do you think of the house? Do you think it's priced correctly? Also, we have the brokers open version of that. We can pull the neighborhood lists. So as I showed you, we have those walking lists. So if you kind of want to do hey, we're having an open house at 1234 Main Street. You're the neighbor. We have the first 1 hour available to the neighbors for you to have a private preview of the property in case you have someone that you know that wants to live close to you. So we can pull all those new neighborhood lists for you if you're looking to market those properties. We have the pop-up cards. I know it sounds a little strange, but like they're the little tent cards that you can put around the property that says, hey, you're under surveillance. Don't let the cat out. Beware, there's a pool in the backyard. So we have all of those tent cards available. And then information for buyers when they come through. Maybe they're not being represented. So you can give them information on rent versus buy. what to expect, etc. And then you can see for brokers opens, in addition to the feedback forms, we can pull the list of the top buyers, agents in an area and coordinate those with you. Let's look at the chat. Yeah, Ida, I'll get together with you. I'll just write down your number quick. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. So that was just kind of an overview. That's not everything we have. As I mentioned, I'm very like one-on-one with agents. I like to know exactly what you're looking for and plug everything in. But I would say in a nutshell, that's most of our like more well-known tools. So I just wanted to see if anyone had questions. Am I good on time, Ryan? Oh, I don't think
you're good. You're good on time. Yeah, okay. Whatever. If they have questions, that's wonderful. Zero.
So I'm going to put my email in the chat. And then if you're interested in any of our tools, please reach out to me. And I'm happy to set up a one-on-one with you and just kind of explore, how we can help you grow. Again, it's a different year. I know everybody has their relationships with their title companies, but not everybody has the tools and resources we do. And, even if you're like, well, I'm super loyal to my title company, I'm just asking if I can help you through our tools, get some additional closings. I would love to just handle those. So I'm always very respectful of people and their transaction teams. That's everything in this business. So, that's all I can say. I know I can legitimately help you grow through the tools.
I'd like to expound on that a little bit, Heidi, if I could.
Yeah.
There was a question in the chat about, where do I sign up for this? What do I pay for this kind of thing? Guys, this is, I know she explained it. It's free if you're working with her. And we've talked about this before. Your transaction team is everything, but make sure that you're getting some value out of your transaction team and not just, some donuts here and there or something like that. Make sure you're getting some kind of value. And I know a lot of you do. Make sure you're getting value out of your title person, your lender, your something. Make sure they're helping you with your business. You're helping them with their business. Make sure they're helping you with your business. So make sure you're getting some value. And what Heidi's doing here is free. Obviously, she's going to expect the business be sent to her, but you're going to send it to somebody for free anyway. So make sure you're getting some value out of your people, and not just because they're nice or they, used to date your best friend or something. Make sure they're actually of value to you. So that's what I would like to say there. And Heidi does offer great value, and there's other companies that offer great value, but what Heidi's offering here certainly is, and that's why she's here with you today. She came in and gave me this same presentation about how she could help you guys. And I thought that would be great for you guys to see. So meet with her. Make sure you're getting something, even if it's not Heidi, make sure you're getting something of value out of your team, because you're certainly bringing them value. That's all.
And if I can expand on that, Ryan, just so you know, everything working with us is on the up and up with CFPB. We, as I mentioned, we're a very large company. We have like people who want to find us, trust me, we've got bigger pockets than some of like the, smaller companies that that are also in business. So we are very, we haven't been in business 140 years because we do things the wrong way. We do it the right way. You can always know that when you work with myself and with First American, it's on the up and up. That doesn't even get close to the fence line. We are very conservative as a company. I will tell you that. But there's a reason, and that's because we want to be around another 100 years. We're in it for the long haul. And make sure that you're looking at that, what am I being offered? Is it compliant, right? Because as agents, you can get in trouble for those things as well. So I just wanted to kind of like put that out there as well. Daniel, I'm sorry, you had a question. After the order, the postcard, does it take to deliver? So is this like you're looking like how long does it take for postcards?
Yeah. How long would it take to deliver?
Yeah, so there's two different options when you send postcards. So postcards has a first class option. for you, and you're going to pay a little bit more for that. And then there's like standard pricing. So it's 56 cents for standard pricing and 70 cents for the first class. And first class is delivery within 8 days. So from the time you get the order together, within 8 days, it'll be in a mailbox. And then regular mail would be 21-day delivery. So you do have two options. Anything that you have printed and then you want to come back to you, there is a 1 week turnaround. So they don't do rushes. Normally you get it in a shorter amount of time, but they say it's 1 week.
1 week. That'll be great. Thank you.
And Lisa, you had a question. How much are your services? Are you talking about the title services? Just like title?
Hi, Heidi. Yes, I was talking about the services to the seller.
Yeah, so I will tell you right now, so overall, we are medium to low for pricing. If you take a look at all of our competitors, and we do secret shopping every year, our upper management does that, and we get quotes. We know what all of our competitors are charging, and I will tell you, it's middle of the road to the low end, because again, we don't ever want to get in trouble with the Department of Finance. I will tell you, it's anticipated to go up. We have not raised prices in almost 10 years. Right now it's $425. I think it may go to $515, but we don't charge any junk fees. So you pay the closing fee and the search and then the title insurance. So we don't charge like FedEx's, wire fees, any of that kind of stuff. It's all like in one. So, it hasn't gone up officially yet, but I do anticipate that within the next month, just being honest. The market's changed a lot. And here in Central Florida, just so you know, too, we have really great people. My closers and everyone have at least 17 years experience. And we have very low turnover with our staff. So we have to have good people. So we have to pay for good people. So we never want to be the cheapest, but I will tell you, we're always like middle of the road. So right now it's on the low end. So we need to get a little bit more to the middle of the road. After postcard, how long is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I already answered that. Okay. I think
do you have a cheat sheet for like the title insurance cost?
Yeah.
Like if we're trying to estimate, for a seller.
And we have that quote tool that's in the Ignite program. We have the calculator in there as well. Absolutely.
I had a call, so I missed some of your presentation. You may have covered that.
Yeah, and I can always do them too. So I have agents, they're like, I just don't have time to use the quote tool, or I'm too busy, or I don't want to figure it out. You can always send me a message, and myself or my assistant we turn quotes always within an hour, usually a lot less. So we can always do them for you and do different scenarios for you. You're like, oh, can you give me one at $450 and then one at $475? We can always do that.
Do you know if you are selling a house with solar, do you guys have an extra addendum that you provide for the solar?
Yeah, so we don't usually those, any addendums usually don't come from us. Those are going to come from you guys. So I know we do solar all the time. We also close people all over the world. We have that remote online notarization, which, more and more people are signing that way. But I'll tell you, like, we do so much volume. We've seen it all. We're accustomed to it all. Like, there's nothing that we haven't done. We just do a lot of closings. So, my closers are used to seeing a lot of different things that can impact closing. So we can get over it all. My website, I can send that out to you. Let me pull that. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you so much. Oh, I was trying to follow me. Oh, you work with Waterford Lakes. Yeah. So that we can absolutely help you. And just if you can shoot me a quick email afterwards, definitely can help you with that listing. That's one of my offices that I cover.
Heidi, can you make me the host again so I can keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a second here.
You guys have any more questions for Heidi while she's here? Any more questions or comments for Heidi while she's here? How do we sign
what's the
in?
location where she's at? What location she's at in Orlando?
Yes.
Heidi, Daniel's in Tampa, so that's kind of what he's getting at.
Yeah, so we were kind of on territory. So I am here in Central Florida, but if you're in Tampa, we have some great reps in Tampa. I can get you in touch with them. I always think it's best you work with someone local, just because if you need something or you're working with their offices. So I can get you guys in touch if any of you are in different parts outside of Central Florida. I can always get you in touch with that local rep as well, which they can do all the same things that I do.
Oh, okay.
Daniel, email her and she'll give you the person you talk to. They have the same tools and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we run on we run on brokerage address. So technically you can all be under me, but if we talk and you're like, well, I would just rather work with someone like that's right in my area, I can get you in touch with them.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys. Any other questions or comments?
Yeah, if you're interested in anything, just please send me a quick email and I will get you all of my information and anything that we can help you do to get started. Again, we love to bring value. We want to earn your business based on value, and just really appreciate your time today.
All right. Well, thank you, Heidi. Thank you very much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day.
Okay. You too. Okay, guys. Any other questions or comments for the brokerage? You guys doing well? Everybody's awesome?
Hey, I have a question. I have a question.
Yes.
So I don't know if this is going to pan out, but I got to leave for an apartment complex. Is there a different contract? It's probably a stupid question. I probably should know that, but I don't do commercial. It's going to be commercial. Would there be a different contract, or would I?
That's a great question. Of course, there's a different contract for commercial, but that multifamily isn't necessarily commercial. So, and it depends on how many units is it?
21.
Okay. How much is it roughly?
1.7.
1.7. Yeah, you can use a commercial contract for that.
Okay.
All right.
Do you know what that contract's called? Is it just called a commercial contract?
At that point, Tammy, honestly, I would have an attorney write it probably.
Okay.
It's getting a little bit hairy because there's going to be lots of moving parts typically. It depends on the units. Are they all, is it just like just a one big building, or is it multiple buildings?
No, I think it's like an L, like a this way, and this way. I think it's maybe all one. And they are all leased out. They are studios. But these people want 100% financing, no down payment, which I doubt is going to be possible. So, and that's the deal breaker. If they can't get no down, I mean, they're all leased out and it makes plenty of money, but I don't know that we're going to find a no down loan.
Yeah. Do that. And I would ask, when you do find a lender for that, ask them what they want to see it on.
Okay.
So I would find a lender first and ask them what kind of contract they want to see it on.
Do you still have a due diligence period, right? In something like that?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
You want to review the rent rolls and everything else and check out the tenants and do all that stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. You call it an inspection period, due diligence period. It's all the same. They can back out for any reason.
Right.
Jika has asked twice now. Anybody know a tiny house builder? Not a regular house builder who happens to be small, but someone who builds tiny houses. Anybody? I do not, but I know you can find them online because I've kind of dabbled in that before, Jika.
Are there prefab ones? Are there any prefab type things? I don't know if that would be an option.
So a realtor named Tess is doing it. Lisa, Tess is building small houses.
Oh, hello. Yes, a lender told me I need to get in touch with her because I was wanting to know more about that, but I just haven't had time. But I'll find out what her last name is and I'll put it on the Facebook page or get whoever. I'll send it.
Awesome. Yeah. Maria wants to know if anyone, so Jika, check our FRI group, agent group on Facebook. Does anyone know of a builder to build a house on land? Maria, where? They're only restricted usually by how far they'll go to do it. Go ahead, Daniel. We'll get back to that, Maria. Just let me know where. I guess you do it in the chat, but just let us know where. Lake Wales. That is, so if someone's got one in Orlando or Tampa, they're probably not gonna be able to help you there. You're just gonna have to find one near there in Polk County. All right, Daniel, you had a question.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Okay.
I have a question, Ryan.
Yeah, and so let me finish Maria's question. Maria, you're going to have to Google them or something, or ask around down in Lake Wales. Are you in Lake Wales area? Are you in Polk County? If you are, you should be in some kind of Polk County realtor group on Facebook or something like that too, and you can ask somebody there. You can check reviews. You can do all kinds of stuff for that. But really, honestly, I mean, I don't care if you ask me for one in my neighborhood. I would look online. I know a couple of builders, but I would look online. I'm going to get 3 or 4 estimates anyway. So have some people out and get some estimates. I hope that helps. I'm in Orlando, but I sold that land in Indian Lakes. Okay. Well, yeah. So you're definitely going to want to look for people local there. The Orlando builders aren't going to go out there to build a house unless it's $1 million house, which it might be. If so, but you're going to get 3 or 4 estimates anyway. Yes, someone had a question. I'm sorry, Lavette, was it?
Yeah, it's me.
Hi.
So I had a friend who reached out to me because he knew I was doing real estate. So I got licensed in 2004. I took a 12-year break, did some massage therapy. So I'm just getting back into it. So he knew about that. I'd helped him out. And so his parents passed and left the estate, the property divided between 6 of them. They're going through probate. So he wanted to know the procedures, but one of his main question was wanted to put it on the market. How can he expose it, sell it, put it on the market, get that exposure before everything is settled with probate, at least before it's in all of their name? Can that be done, or they have to wait until everything is settled?
So you can list it under whatever name it's under now. So here's the deal. You can list under whatever name it's under now. The problem is when you know it's going to be in a different name at closing, are all those people going to agree to it? So you're probably wasting your time. It's legal to list it whatever name it's in now. If it's going to go through a name change at some point, when I say name change, ownership change, right, in the records, then you might be wasting your time. So do you get where I'm going with that? So yes, yeah. You can legally list it now. If you own it today, you can list it. It's not listed anywhere else. It's not whatever it is. It's not sold yet. Not under contract. You can absolutely list it. Is it going to close? We don't. You're adding more names to it, and more people have to agree. Who's the personal representative, and it doesn't matter because you're not going to know yet. It's not official yet who the personal representative is. So. Yes, you can list it if you're 100% sure it's going to sell. And I'm saying 100% sure. You don't have to be 100% sure. You're just never going to get it to close unless you do that. And, if when it comes time to sign a contract, whoever's legally the owner at that time can sign the contract, but they might not be able to perform. They might be putting themselves in a bad legal position.
Well, it is still in the parents' name and they both deceased. And so it's been...
Okay. So it's still in their name, but they can't sign
in 2 names, his and the other person. But I mean that sounds like a lot of trouble. I would say
no. If it's still in the parents' name and they're both deceased, then they can't sign a listing agreement.
All right. So they're going through the process of name change, ownership.
Yeah,
change.
Just wait till it goes through that. Yeah.
Okay.
I would wait till it goes through that. Obviously they can't sign anything at this point. So wait till it goes through that. If you want to speak with their attorney and to have the personal representative do it, but if it's going to be put in 6 people's names and not just in their estate where their personal representative makes a decision, that's a different thing. So talk to their attorney. That's what I would tell you to do.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments? Anyone? Okay. Well, fantastic. Thank you everyone for coming. Nobody else has anything to say? Any questions? Nothing. All right. Well, thank you all for coming.
Hey,
Yes.
I wanted to say, sorry, I posted on the chat. I wanted to invite everybody to some of the upcoming events for the NAREP group, North Orlando. The current president for Florida Realtors is going to be our speakers, and the local ORA president and other dignitaries. And that's going to be on the 8th from 6 to 10 at Azalea Lodge in Winter Park. And also there's a new revamp diversity council for ORA, and is represented by different chapters members of a board of directors. And I'm part of both organizations. And you can register for the event on the 1st at ORA webpage. You can find everything about it. I encourage you to attend. The diversity is no charge. There's going to be appetizers and local leaders, and the ORA, there's a fee for that. It's small, and you can also become a member. And as Heidi mentioned, the Hispanic community is the largest minorities buyers in the United States. And we welcome everybody. It's not only about the Hispanic, it's welcoming everybody, because we want to look at the community that surrounds and the people that surrounds us. That's
Awesome.
all.
Thank you, Ida. Appreciate
Come over,
it.
Ryan. I want to see your face.
Sí.
Okay.
Lo haré.
Okay,
All right.
te voy a tener arroz y frijoles. Just lying. I told Ryan that I'm going to have rice and beans for
And
him,
rice
but
and
that's a
beans.
lie.
It's not
Bye.
true.
Bye,
Yeah,
everybody.
you can't trick me, Ida. Okay. All right, everybody. Any other questions, comments before we go? Thank you all for your input today. Guys, get something out of your team. I wasn't just saying that because she was here. I've been telling you guys that for a long time. You guys have a transaction team. People want to, like I told you, people want to talk to me. The reason I let her come in, the reason we had Jen here 8 weeks ago, is because these title companies, they want your business. They will give you tools. Even if you think, oh, I don't have a lot of business to give them right now. Well, they're trying to help you grow your business. And those of you who are just loyal to your title company, even though they don't do anything for you, make sure that they're doing something for you, or find somebody who will. Let them know if you love them because they're your friend. Let them know that you have other people who are helping you, and that they need to go. Your friend needs to go work for a title company that will help you if they want your business, because you guys should be getting help for what you do. You're giving them business. They're trying to help you. You absolutely should be doing this. Okay, make sure your lenders and your title company is actually helping with you, either co-branding or giving you tools like that. Guys, this is kind of stuff that you guys want, and most people have to pay for, and they're offering it to you. So take advantage of that. All right, it's business. That's you like to have your friends, but it's business. Yes, Livette.
I wasn't here 8 weeks ago, and you mentioned Jen. I mean, what other title company give these free resources?
I don't know. The big ones do. And, Jen's company and this one, First American, those are some two of the biggest ones. And I don't know why Jen's company is escaping me. Angie, what's Jen's company? The name it's a big company. They're escaping me.
Fidelity.
Fidelity, yes.
And I think Celebrity does too. Celebrity has quite a few tools. Not Celebration.
Celebration, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, so some of the bigger title companies do. And I'll be honest with you guys, I feel so old because this bothers me. But when you use them, they've got the portal, and they won't just send you a message. You got to log into their portal every time and do all that stuff. That's the one thing I don't like about the big companies, but that's because I'm old and can't remember my passwords and stuff like that. So you guys, but I'm sure it's more secure or whatever, but I would rather just have emails back and forth. But that's one thing I don't like. But what I do love is the tools and stuff that it gives you guys. So take advantage of that. So I mean, I don't know why, if you just didn't like the way Heidi looked or whatever, but her company's great. Jen's company's great. And they're helping you. You know, First American is the biggest one, but the other ones are Fidelity's plenty big to have nice tools. They had nice tools also. Anyway, guys, make sure you're using somebody who does that for you. Where can I find the recorded video for this meeting? It will be in a few days, but it will be on our YouTube channel. Yeah, Romina put it in there, FRI Agent Success Program. You should have, when you joined, you got a link. If you joined a long time ago, make sure you got the new link. I'll have Jari send it to you. Email Jari. I'm going to put it in here. Her email, you guys should have it, but email her. She has obviously the same domain I have, and her name is Jari, Y-A-R-I. There you go. Email her if you're doing. Oh, never mind. She put the link in the chat. So there you go. All right, there you go.
What is the FRI Agent Success Program?
That is the name of our YouTube channel. The Agent Success Program. Tammy, what a great question. On your 7th year here. Let me tell you what it is. So the whole FRI Agent Success Program is what this is all about. I love you, Tammy. This is what this is all about. All right. So it is where I try to help you guys, and all of us try to help you guys. Our whole team does, to help you spend the money, the 20 or 30% that we don't take out of your commission, and spend that on growing your business. That is our Agent Success Program, and it's all these different components of it. And some of it is free, like the stuff today, like working with this team and stuff, any of your transaction team. And working with them and getting stuff for free, that's great, that anybody can do. But it's the money that we don't take, helping you take that money and grow your business instead of growing your broker's business. And instead of giving it to a giant corporation that has, you know, these big galas once a year and all this stuff, that where you go spend 3 days at a rah-rah convention and all that stuff that they spend their money on, and instead you grow your own business. That's what this is all about. That's the Agent Success Program. But so that's why we do it. All right. Awesome. Any other?
That's the YouTube channel name too, right? Then you're saying?
Yes. Yeah. It's on the chat right now. She's got a link to it. You just got to click it.
Yeah. But you know what? I was checking on the YouTube channel, and you have obviously there's two. One it says 5435, and the other one is 365. But the FRA Agent Success Program 365 is the one that has the latest videos. Like an hour ago, it was a video uploaded. So, and she's given us the other one, which it has no videos from the last 4 months. So,
okay, I'll let, maybe she can explain that to you in the chat or something. But we lost it. We lost access to it for some reason. We had an it was under a different admin from years ago, and that email, when we changed that email, we lost access to it. So we had to start over.
Somebody has access to it because they just uploaded a video.
Somebody else has access to it?
I guess, because the one that she's given us is the one that it has not videos from the last 4 months. And the other one got a video uploaded an hour ago.
Is that the 5435?
No, the other one.
I know that the 5435 has that 202 followers. So I chose that one because I believe I had the 365 before.
The 365 is the new one.
Oh, but she put 5435 on the chat.
Ida put that. Ida put that.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay.
That's the one with the 202. That's why I go like, wow, they changed that. No. Because the only one is only 27 followers.
Yeah, the 202.
She's saying that 202 followers is not active.
That's the old one. Yes, exactly. So we had more followers before, and now we started this new one. That's why we have fewer followers. But you guys need to subscribe, please.
Yes,
that's the one.
Okay, very good.
That's one that she's put all the pretty openings and stuff like that on them. The other ones just had usually my ugly mug on there as the thumbnail.
That makes sense.
It says sign in to subscribe.
It says, I'm sorry?
It says sign in to subscribe. I just tried to do it.
sign
Because
in.
you have to sign in into your YouTube account in order for you to subscribe to any channel.
Oh, so you need a YouTuber. Okay.
You need a YouTube. Yeah, I guess
It's free.
it is free. Exactly.
Okay, well, we're getting a lot of stuff done. What else? What other questions and stuff do you guys have? You guys ask the best questions right when I say, all right, guys, see you later. And then you're like, oh, wait. And then the good stuff comes out. You're waiting for the last minute. Everybody wants to ask the last question. All right, let's do it again. Going once, going twice. Bye, guys. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Take care.